Yeah, I'm in a rather agitated state.
Why is that?
I don't know whether this is for recording or not. I don't. Anyway, we can decide. But yeah, I sent off I paid some money yesterday for a company, and then woke up this morning going, I think I've been scammed.
Oh no!
This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing.
Kind of that strange experience of kind of recognizing a whole lot of sort of really small red flags, let's call them pink flags, that were just not quite above my, kind of level of awareness.
Yeah.
They were just like pinging me in the background. And then because I was, some urgency about this thing, this transaction, we'll put it.
Yeah.
That was getting in the way of me noticing.
So your pink flags were kind of on a sort of mauvish background, perhaps.
Yes, and it's starting to sound like a Rothko painting at this point, isn't it?
Oh, let's just take a moment to appreciate Rothko's work.
Oh, I wasn't for a second implying that was a bad thing.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I was just thinking, oh, I've had a Rothko.
I've had a Rothko financial fraud issue.
So pink flags on a mauve background, relatively urgent need for a transaction to happen, which dialed down your clarity, focus? Observation,
something like that. We're just little things that and then I started adding them up, going, and then wow, I woke up. It was as if my brain had been doing that work overnight, and I woke up, my heart racing.
Oh no, Simon, I hate that.
Yeah, but I mean, let's just pause for a moment at that as well. Like, what's going on?
Brains doing work overnight. They're so clever, aren't they?
So clever. It's so
I
clever.
know.
And so I still don't know for sure. It's just such a suspicion kind of thing. But there's things like the presence of quite stock-looking photos on the website that I hadn't noticed.
Right.
Google reviews, which just are all a little bit
too good,
formulaic, a little bit too good. Seemed to have had a VAT number which checked out. I mean, it still could be completely.
It still could be real.
Yeah.
But it's just that sense of going, what if?
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of little things like as soon as I paid it, I got an email saying that they were not contactable that day.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't. And then tried to call and nothing. And so so I've just been speaking with the bank, the fraud people at the bank.
Oh wow. I know that sense of anxiety of which you speak, thinking that you've been scammed.
What is that? Go on.
Oh, mine was much lower temperature, in the sense that this wasn't about a significant amount of money. And I didn't really think about the scammery of it until actually the product arrived. It was a sweatshirt.
Oh.
A sweatshirt that I think you've seen me wear. In fact, I am wearing its sister shirt today.
Oh, yes, but it was legitimate, though, in the end, wasn't it?
It was legitimate, yes, but it was just a mistake. And I got my sweatshirt, and my dad liked it so much. He said, I want one of those. So I got him one for Christmas, and it doesn't fit him. So I now have two of them. And then I had to go and buy him one that does fit him, which is currently. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So that panicky thing, but I can only imagine what it feels like when it's, potentially for more money than a jumper.
Yes, and what is that feeling? Because it's
Oh, yeah.
Lil said, is it because you feel like you've been tricked?
I think that's a good question that Lil asks. There is a level of shame, isn't there?
Well, my initial response was no. It doesn't. It's not because I've been tricked. But my kind of feeling about it is, it's much more primal. I think, which
Oh,
is that I feel like I've been let down. That something's been done to me.
gotcha.
And maybe I'm circling or avoiding the word being tricked. Well, maybe it is just that. Maybe it's just that this shouldn't happen between human
Yeah,
beings.
yeah.
And of course, it's rather naive because, of course, it's. I wouldn't be the first.
That's interesting. So yours is a kind of they did that to me. How dare they? I'm in a version of that.
Yeah,
Maybe not the how dare they, but
yeah,
that
not
sense of
how dare they? Yeah, just
no. But they've done that to me.
wow. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that is so interesting. Mine is all about shame. How could
I think
I
you're
be so stupid?
nicely in touch with shame, perhaps far more than
Yeah,
I am.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a little too in touch with it. But how could I be so stupid? Oh, I've done such a ridiculous thing. What an idiot. That's my
Yeah,
response.
no, that's not what I'm. I mean, a very small part of it is that, but no, that's not the. It's
Oh, I see. Because the how could they, or they did that? Because sorry, I keep making it how could they,
Yeah.
and it's not what you said. They did that. I can rationalize that really quickly.
Go on.
Everybody's got to make a living.
So you just think I'm helping someone out?
Well, in the sense that I feel like that sort of level of scammery is really upsetting, appalling, and there's a cruelty to it. But it doesn't touch the sides of Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. The thing where hundreds of thousands of people are kept in appalling conditions of terror, thinking that, if McDonald's, if I don't get the burger out of the window in this amount of time, I'll get sacked. That sort of sense of panic that people have to, hold in their breast because of capitalism makes me go, that's way worse. That's a way worse thing than scamming. But it's hard for me to keep that in my brain.
Except that, well, I'm not sure this is an except. It's just and. At least when you go to McDonald's, you get a burger at the end.
Yeah,
I know that
but
doesn't
it's
mean
not,
that.
it's not the person on this side of the window that makes me anxious. It's the people on the other. I'm thinking of the people who are working inside of the. Was it you who told me about the Amazon boxes and why they're so big?
I don't know if I did. I don't know if it
Maybe
was
it isn't
me.
you. No, I think it was somebody. Who was I? I was talking to somebody. I can't remember who they are. If you're a listener, thank you.
And apologies for.
And apologies for forgetting who told me the story. But somebody's partner, for a brief period in between jobs, they had a job and they knew there was a job coming up, but there was just a window. And I think they were a little bit of a loose end. So I don't think this was a must pay the rent sort of thing. I think it was. Maybe it was. I don't remember the circumstances at all because I've slept a lot recently. And as we know, sleeping either allows you to think that you've been scammed or it pushes all of the information from your brain. I now have no wrinkles left on my brain. It's just smooth on both lobes.
Oh, I just, it's really hard for me to concentrate right now. Just to give you a sort of, I'm
an update,
yeah,
update on your
like I feel like jelly. Like
your cortisol is super
just
spiked.
Absolutely, it's gone through the roof, and
so
and normally that
sorry.
happens a little bit when I talk to you.
I do bring on a stress response in most people. It's the voice. It sounds a lot like a dog barking in the distance.
Yes.
We have evolved to become aware that
Speaking
if we
of
hear
dog
Miller
whistles,
talking,
yeah. Anyway, sorry, that was just a little update.
But the reason that some boxes are so
Thank you.
big with the relatively small material inside is because of the time people have got in the factory to pick things off the shelves.
I definitely did not tell you this.
Okay, right. So what happens is they've got a throughput of X number of, orders per hour.
Sure.
And obviously, using something which is the right size for an object
Takes
means
time.
there's a level of you have to organize and fit and slide.
Yeah.
And if you are coming to the end of your hour and you've got, still another 20 orders to get through, then
You go for the big box.
is use a big box, throw it in, seal it up, throw it in, seal it up. So there's that sense of that level of scammery. I mean, I know it's not scam, but it's part of why the world is burning. And I mean that literally. I mean climate crisis, because you can't get as many things on a wagon, and you can't get as many things in a van, so more trips have to happen. So all of that thing, and then also, of course, the poor guys who are delivering it from the van to the door can't have got more to carry, so they've got to make more trips. All of that sort of stuff makes me go, is this really worse than somebody pretending that they're going to give you something and then you not getting it?
Well, I mean, you could say that this is, I mean, aside from the fossil fuels burned as a consequence of financial transactions, it's actually quite a green transaction, because no product has been made and no product has been received. It's environmentally.
The thing that you wanted to do about 10 years ago, you said, I want to consume less stuff. Ta-da!
So maybe I'm just going to start. Maybe I should just invest in scams. Maybe that's.
Or you should just breathe in and breathe out and go, okay, so this is I'm offsetting this against the planet for the. You know what you can do in the same way that
offset, scam offset,
exactly in the
offsetting.
same way that I think I can burn plastic because I don't have children. You can now just go and buy a load of single-use items because I'm so sorry that you are struggling.
It's
with your
really
scammer.
because I'm laughing, but my stomach is so twisted.
Yeah, not.
And
have you had a nervous poo as a result of it?
It's too long. Come on.
What?
Well,
is that an inappropriate question?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I've had very strange. No, I just don't want to talk about it because I'm worried that it will get put in the edit.
It would.
I don't. All I want you when you edit is to make me sound smart. Lee. That's it. Make me sound smart.
I can do that if you're happy with a 5-minute show.
If I'm talking about fecal matter, it's hard for you to do that. I feel like I'm making it hard.
Did you just say that your fecal matter is hard, so you haven't had a nervous poo?
I'm saying
just
fecal matters? Like dance. Fecal matters.
Of course it does. Okay, so your fizzy brain and your tingly tum and your very nervous laughter might mean that we've not got a lot to work with. So I'm going to ask you some direct questions.
Oh.
Is that okay? You have been travelling to Coventry quite a lot recently for work.
Mm-hmm.
How's that been? Because this is really, you've been back out in the wild now in a way that you haven't been for 2 or 3 years.
It's really just.
What's that transition been like?
It's fine. I don't. I mean, people have. I was sort of counting the other day. I reckon it's about 10 to 20% of people on the tube are wearing masks. Yeah, it just doesn't. I just don't really think about it. All I'm doing is paying a lot of attention to not touching surfaces and keeping my hands away. It's actually one of the best things about wearing a mask, of course, is that it stops you putting your hands in your mouth and up your nose.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a reminder.
Do you still carry a little spray of alcohol and do your hands every now and then?
I always did that anyway.
Did you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, every time before I eat. That's a very old habit of mine.
Wow.
I'm the daughter of a nurse. No, hey, wait.
The daughter of a nurse.
Wait, hang on.
So this is the episode in which Simon decides to tell us that he's going to transition, which I'm fully here to support, Simon. I want you to know that. I am here for you. So she and hers are your new pronouns. I'm worried if I leave that in, it's going to sound transphobic. because, I'm making light of a difficult decision. So I apologise. I'll cut this out as well. Basically, there's 3 minutes of material already, and we've been recording for 22. Excellent work.
No, this is.
I didn't know that you were a squirter.
Yep.
Sprayer. Sorry, sprayer.
Yeah, I would say that it squirts, and I put a little bit of.
Oh, do you use gel or spray?
Gel.
That's just
Gel.
Right,
Actually, I use
right,
whatever I can refill my little Marks and Spencer thing
Yeah.
thing via many publicly accessible gel.
Oh,
dispensers.
do you just rock up now and just like
Refill.
fill yourself up from other people's
I've only ever
tubes?
bought one bottle of hand gel in my life.
I love this for you. So you now assume that because nobody else is using those wall-mounted gel dispensers, they're just around the country for you to fill up your little bottle.
Pretty much it.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
I would almost call it a scam.
Do you have a favourite vendor of gel? Because there's
some
a
shockers,
wide.
those sticky ones.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's a wide range of viscosity that you've got to really
no,
think
they
about.
can't be too thick. So I do a little test.
Okay. But then you've got it on your fingers. So where is it for people who want to take up this? Because I'm a sprayer rather than a squirter. I like to have an alcohol spray.
Right.
Liquid, because then you can use it for all sorts of things. Like I use it to spray down surfaces as well. Oh yeah, I know. But I do
that
buy
with
my
gel
own
anyway.
supply.
I just put it and then just wipe it on.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me, which vendor are you stealing from most with most profligacy? That's not quite the right word.
Yeah. Also, I think stealing. Do you think it is, isn't it?
No, it's not stealing. No,
I'm
it's
just
not
using
really
more
your
than a normal
Yeah.
quantity.
But I guess in terms of average, they probably have still seen their hand gel use go down significantly.
I imagine massively. So yeah, I don't have a particular. But train stations seem to be pretty good. Work quite useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, often restock. I don't have to restock that often, of course.
Okay. My favourite dispenser is at Lidl.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is a UK little thing, but a Portuguese little thing has the exact right consistency between watery and jelly.
And can you refill your container or just buy a new one?
You could refill it there if you wanted to. I would suggest because it's on the edge of water rather than not water, but it's on the edge of liquid rather than gel, and it's quite good. And it's foot their pumps are foot activated, which I really like. Oh, and so you can put both hands underneath and have a good squirt and wash your hands and then flick, flick, flick. Oh, it's great. It's great. I'm a devoted hand sanitizer now, but mine is only post-pandemic.
Yeah. Sanitize those hands. So yeah, it's yep. I know I don't have any. It feels very normal to be traveling, to be seeing people, to I guess I've always tended to avoid peak hours just because, well, it's peak hour in London, and also the train
because it's cheaper.
Yeah, and it's cheaper, and seeing people hugging's back with a vengeance. Mm-hmm. I didn't really ever think hugging was that much of a problem.
Faces away from one
another.
Exactly. Kissing is a problem.
Yeah,
you
licking someone's face or nose or something.
I think licking their face is okay as long as you go to the side. If you lick in the middle, it's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't lick people's hands either.
No, me either.
But I mean, you haven't had COVID, have you?
No, have you?
Neither have we. Neither have I.
Do you know who?
I don't mean we in the royal. See?
Yeah. Do you know who has had COVID, or rather, who has got COVID as we speak?
Bob.
Nope. My dad.
Really?
Yep. He had his 81st birthday party, which I attended, and now he has surprisingly got COVID.
Wow.
I don't know if those two things are causally connected because there was a little bit of a gap between the two. Yeah,
but your mum
was
hasn't?
held outside. Well, she has quite a bad cough, but she's currently testing negative. I've told them to sleep top to tail. My dad said, but then how would we kiss? Which made me laugh quite a lot. Because, one, You shouldn't be kissing anybody you've got
And also,
COVID.
you're 81 years old.
I don't think that has. I don't think that's slowed them down, Simon.
Wow.
They are physically demonstrative,
Wow.
which is icky on all sorts of levels. But they do
Well, it's
kiss.
ickier for you than it is for me.
Oh, it's way icky for me, but I think for everybody else it's adorable.
I mean,
because,
given that there's only one of you, I just assume they've only had sex once.
Okay. Yeah.
What is that about? Anyway,
I think it's I don't know. Let's not try and work that one out. But yeah, he's got COVID, and I suspect my mum will have it by the time this goes to
And have
air.
you been
In fact,
testing
I
every
suspect
day?
My dad will be better. Have I been testing every day? Yeah. It's a week since I saw them,
so you
and I've been
think
testing.
you would have it by now.
Yeah, I would think I would have it or have some sort of symptom. But we've also been testing every day.
Or
and coming
symptomless.
back. Yeah. Well, yeah. But we are currently remaining just one line on the test, and then what was I going to say then? It's yeah.
Or-
Oh, there's an alarm in the background. The police are coming for you
Yeah, that's just London.
because they've heard about your gel
Scam.
habit.
Habit.
Habit, scam, whichever.
So, do we have something to talk about today? Well, is this it?
I made a list of things that were.
Did you write down the list, or is it just a mental one?
No, it was mental. I didn't write it down. Do we have something to talk about? I was desperately trying not to talk about the fact that we have got a criminal as a prime minister.
Oh, you're not wanting to talk about that.
Because I have
Hang on.
become
Criminal
go on.
means breaking the law or being convicted of a crime.
I would say breaking the law and actually isn't being given a warning, an indication that you have effectively broken the law.
But this is no different from speeding ticket. Sorry.
Absolutely. And which of the ministers are you going to be ventriloquizing today, Simon? Also, don't you think that shipping our migrant population to Rwanda will actually, in the long term, be cheaper? And probably it will be better from a humanitarian perspective. Do you want to tell us about your non-dom status?
I'm struggling to follow you. I mean, the non-dom thing.
Well, I assume that you must be domiciled somewhere else for tax purposes, like every good person who has even the tiniest fart of a reason.
Yes. I mean, I think we've got international listeners who'll be rather extraordinarily befuddled by what you've just been talking about.
Absolutely, which is
You're gonna
why I
leave it
kind
like
of
that?
didn't. No, I didn't want to talk about it, but I will just backfill. So, those of you who are not based in the UK, can I first of all say congratulations? Well done, because it's a cesspit at the minute. The public discourse is going down the toilet because we are governed by a party that is riven with self-interest and corruption. Oh my God, I can't believe it's just pouring out of me. It's like there was an abscess.
To let you know, I'm lying down laughing here. I'm stepping away from the microphone just to let you go.
Do it, because I'm going to extemporize about how much this upsets me. Okay, so listeners,
Could you
it
just
doesn't
stick with
really
the facts,
matter.
though? That would be great, just to speed things
Yeah.
up here.
This is the problem, though. The facts are so complicated. I feel a little less bleak, weirdly, because I just remembered that this has been going on for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And I feel a bit better now.
Yeah, this is your
Well,
time.
there we
This
go.
is your time, Lee Miller.
It's just, we'll know actually what I was thinking as it will all be over soon enough, so I should just calm down.
Well, this too will pass, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think I had forgotten that this too will pass, and I will eat peanuts for brains and then feel better.
I like that. I like that.